Hi, Gladys. Good morning. So there were a couple of things that I noticed while I was going through your review. So let me share screen here super quick and see if I can do that. So I'm using this Google Doc here to go ahead and give you some feedback. It's an updated version. So I know I gave you a link before. I'm going to give you this new link anyway. So one of the things that I noticed was that your let me see, link. That your course policies were not linked in the right place, nor was your homepage linked to your module. And so I was a little perplexed by that, but I went ahead and relinked it because it was linking me to a blank page, a page that was not accessible. And so here what I did was I went into the home page. I hit the design tool. So we remember always to hit edit, and right after we hit edit, hit the design tools, the little rocket on the top right-hand corner. Then having noticed that the start here button was not linking, I clicked on it once in the middle. Then I clicked on the third little tiny icon that looks like a target. That opened up this panel where I could click on course content and then modules and then relink it because I don't know what it was linked to, but it wasn't linked to the right module. So I linked it to module 0 getting started, which is the right module that you have there. Then I closed this here and then closed this here. Now, the other thing I noticed was that when I clicked onto course policies, it was taking me to a page that was not your course policies page. And I'm like, what's going on here? So what happened was that it was linking, I think, to an old one that you had. It was one that was listed here as course policies with a little -3, meaning it was a copy. And that one was a course policies that really weren't the course policies. So what I did was that I searched through your pages and I found this module 0 course policies that does have your policies. It has your communication policies, your attendance, your drop policy, and your late work policies. So those are the policies that students need to see. So that was that sort of just really quick. And I just redid that, but I can't catch all of those things. So you probably will have to check each one of the quick links on the home page and then just open every single one of these pages and check them just to make sure that they have everything you need. Like this Meet Your Instructor page still has the template suggestion here. And so unless this is just the wrong module, which I couldn't find any other module that this would be. So here, what you do is you follow the instructions to either upload a photo or use Canvas Studio, and then you edit. You include your own information for Meet Your Instructor. Now, this is different from what this course is going to be about. This one really is you're introducing yourself to your students and you're humanizing the course and yourself so they can tell that you're not a robot. So a lot of folks like to include a little video. You can just tell them what motivated you to become an instructor. So click next. And then anywhere that you see that there's a pink thing, that means that you haven't looked at that. So you scroll through. Here you've got some student service, click next. Information on, let me see, on Word, hit next. Ready to learn icon. I think we ran through this once already. It does have these little more videos, so we're going to go ahead and edit that out. I'm going to click on edit. I'm going to scroll down to the reveals codes because then I can see that YouTube video here, and I can see that it doesn't question mark REL equals 0 will help so that you don't have those boxes that offer more videos to your students because that's very troublesome, right? So we're going to pause that. No more boxes with more instructions. So that helps. Here's your course policies page. Here's your study skills video. You just need to make sure it's fully captioned. Man, just studying. It's the hardcore studying all day. So note here, I mean, you couldn't tell, but it said auto-generated, right? And then it has these pop-up videos that we also don't want. But if we click on this box, notice how it says English auto-generated. That means that this video is not accessible There is a way to make it accessible. It's like a three-part process. And if you're interested in doing that, instead of just running in and trying to find, how to better study technique that is already accessible, we can try and do that. So we're going to click on next and manage anxiety. So here we're going to click on that.
I'm Thomas Frank. This is Crash
and there,
Course.
Notice the here it still has that pop-up, which is annoying, but here notice that when we click on the closed captions, that it shows us that it is English. And because it doesn't say auto-generated, that means that this video is accessible, and therefore it's good to go. Let me jump in here and curate that little. So I'm going to hit edit, go into the reveal codes, look for the YouTube video. There it is, right between. So this is the link right here, right between the quotes. SRC means source equals this link. So between the end of that link and the quotation mark, that's where I'm going to type in $REL equals 0. And that will prevent those more video pop-ups that, well, they lead students out of our course. So we don't want that. See, look, we do this and that, no more videos. So that's what we're looking for here. Now here, this is what made me stop a bit. What we're not supposed to have is just documents just there, what we call bare links or bare documents. Why? Because then there's no instruction. So students don't really know what they're expected to do. So right here, your chapter 01 HUC, and I'm going to write down over here on my notes so I can keep track of that, because I'm not really, not that familiar with your course. So chapter _001 _ HUC.pdf. There are a couple of things that make this not accessible. The first one is that you have the bare link linked right here on the page instead of having this within a page. The second thing is that it's a PDF, so that itself might not be accessible. The PDF document, you need to check for accessibility. So I'm going to go ahead and add a page. And we're going to create the page. And the page, we're going to call it, chapter 1. And then it seems like this is HUC. So we're going to try to figure out what that is. And then that's it. I don't think we have to put content or reviews or slides or anything. But later, if you have a lecture there, then that might work. I'm going to move this page up to where you want your PDF to be. And I'm going to, align it there. Now I'm going to open that up within this and edit. Now notice you don't have a template. That's okay. You don't have to have a template for everything. It does help because then it follows a little bit of the sequence and all of that and makes it look nicer. But if you don't have a template, that's okay. As long as you have instructions for how to use the content, right? So this is something you're going to remove here. You're not going to leave this here for your students. You're going to actually give your students instructions. And so I would also say kind of like a salutation. Hi scholars, dear scholars, or whatever it is. Then what we do is that we anchor over here. And then my big, huge suggestion would be to actually place that content right within here instead of inserting a PDF, right? Because like I said, the PDF might not be accessible. One thing that you can say is if you find the PDF document not accessible, okay. Then please view the quick video. So what are we doing here? We're going to try to sort of give them a heads up that the document might not be accessible, or that their speech reader might not find it accessible. I think they're actually called screen readers. Screen readers. So we're going to put in little tab here. We're going to say chapter 1. It'd be nice if we actually had the title for that. Maybe we'll be able to find that. We're going to highlight that title here. we're going to go into insert document, and we're going to go to your course documents. I know it's already in here because it was linked. And so if I go through here, I can see, find, I don't know, this doesn't seem like it's it. Let me see. Maybe that one's it because I don't see anything else here. Course, let me search. I'm going to search by chapter underscore. Well, it looks like it's this one. This is the only one that seems to be coming up. You have it underscore. No, just one underscore 01. Underscore 01. So it looks like it's this one. We can try to match it up later to see if it is. It looks like it's this one. All right. Now, a couple of things. First of all, if we want this to actually open up, instead of just being a link, which is not very helpful, then we click on the options and we're going to preview inline and expand preview by default by clicking those on the right. And we're going to click on done, right? And then here, we're just going to go ahead and save. So what happens is that when the students come into this document, then it opens up for them. Now, here's my suggestion to make this accessible. And we can double check to make sure that this document is the same as the other one that you had listed, because it wasn't titled the same. All right. Come on. All right, so let's see, health coordinating, health lesson 1. It doesn't look like it's the same one. It doesn't look like the same one because the same one, chapter 001, this one, or maybe it is. No, it's not. It's not the same document. So, and this is 63 pages. So the suggestion is find the correct one, this one, chapter 001, HUC, give it a title, the language of medicine, or if this is chapter 1, basic word structure, right? And then my huge suggestion is to create a Zoom link like this or Canvas Studio recording where you just go through and you read it. Chapter goals, identify basic basic objectives to guide your study of the medical language, divide medical words into their component parts, learn the meaning of basic combining forms, prefixes, suffixes of the medical language. So you read the whole thing, and then that's one of the ways to make this accessible. So let me see, we need to go back into your modules because that one there wasn't the same as this one. That was just simply not the same link. So where do we go? Here. So this one here, chapter 1, that's not the same as this one, right? So I'm going to go into this and I'm going to click on this and I'm going to delink this by just clicking on it once and removing the link, but I'm leaving this here and for you. So it's going to say here, okay, so here, chapter 1, title. Chapter 1. Right here. And then follow that process so that it actually opens up. So I'm going to go ahead and save this like that because the other one clearly wasn't one. So again, these are just the little things that can help. I'm also going to share with you, where did I put it? I had it somewhere here, census. So this is a census converter. Let me bring it down so you can see what it is. And I'm going to share that with you as well. So this is a census converter. And what it does is that you can pull up a file like a PDF, and then you can make that file a text file or an HTML file or some sort of file that you can go ahead and copy and paste right within that content so that you can make that accessible. If that PDF file is not something you created on your own, then it's going to be very difficult for you to be able to make that PDF accessible, right? So that PDF there in the bear link has a couple of issues. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I copied that and I'm going to put it right here. And I'm just going to say here, link it here, Gladys, look into CCC document converter. Hyperlinked here. So I'm going to highlight. This is how we hyperlink, right? Highlight the title, descriptive title. I'm going to go into insert. This is an external link. I'm going to paste that link there to Census Access. And that way you can go ahead and check that out and see if it helps. All right, so that was kind of a long thing, but I just wanted to make sure that you know I could visually help you with this, because I'm going to give you a lot of feedback, and it's really tough to explain all these things in there. All right, well, have a beautiful day, and thank you so very much for taking a look at this. Bye.